This is probably overly ambitious, but I'm going to try within just 3 minutes to more or less elucidate how none of the stuff that you see when you open your eyes is actually there. Um, let's just start with color. Like in a video when I was talking about race, kind of, and I said I don't believe in color. Here's how much so I don't believe in color. Color, as defined by science or physics, more or less, is literally just variations in intensity and length of the waves of the electromagnetic spectrum, okay? Now go outside and point to differentials in intensity and length from waves in the electromagnetic spectrum. And no, you can't point to a leaf that's green and say, well, there's green. No, dude, that's not it. You perceive green, okay? Listen, when we pick up sensory information, because that's essentially like all that we're doing when we're opening our eyes or engaging with the outside world is absorbing information from the external world or the supposed external world, right? Okay, now we don't actually perceive the information as it is. What we do, and this is like modern neuroscience. I mean, the cutting edge of neuroscience where it's at right now. What we extract is the utility of that information. This is a user interface, and we do not perceive reality as it is, because if we actually saw reality as it was, we wouldn't be able to perpetuate our own existence, and that's just a fact, okay? Also, George Berkeley, and it's spelled Berkeley, but it is Barkley. I love him. His book, A Treatise on the Principles of Human Knowledge, dude, I read it every day, at least a couple of pages every day. Anyway, some truths that are so near and obvious to the mind that a man need only open his eyes to see them. Such I take this important one to be, to wit, that all the choir of heaven and furniture of the earth, in a word, all those bodies which compose the mighty frame of the world, have not any subsistence without a mind, that their being is to be perceived or known, that consequently, so long as they are not actually perceived by me, or do not exist in my mind, or that of another created spirit, means consciousness, they must either have no existence at all, or else subsist in the mind of some eternal spirit, or the source of all consciousness, God, the conscious substance of existence. It being perfectly unintelligible and involving all the absurdity of abstraction to attribute to any single part of them an existence independent of a perceiving spirit, to be convinced of which the reader need only reflect and try to separate his own thoughts, the being of a sensible thing, from its being perceived. To be is to be perceived, man. Also, Hilbert space is fundamental to objective reality because you can calculate the integral path of a particle exponentially more efficient with an amplitude done in a total non-negative Grassmannian in 3 minutes.